Did this part 3 tie up any loose ends? Did we make any real progress, any movement? I feel like we always end up in this place. The ladies fight, they apologize, and then they drum up the same old stuff. So why do I feel like this time will be no different? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I wanted to bring you a review, or what I can give you of a review. Okay, I don't really have that much in the way of notes, but I wanted to bring you a review for Married to Medicine. This is season 11, episode 18, aka part 3 of the reunion, and I really don't have a lot to say today. I mean, I just feel like I'm going through the motions, and I have been here before with Married to Medicine, and I don't really like that, because this was the show for me. Like, this was one of the shows where I'm like, you're always going to get a piece of entertainment, you're always going to walk away with something, and this season I did not have that feeling at all. Now, before we get into today's review, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, it is a free way to support the channel and also let YouTube know that I am here and that you all are rocking with my commentary, so YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers just like you. I also did start a membership. You can join that membership for $5 a month. For 1 cup of coffee every month, you can definitely support the channel, help me with the bad bitch maintenance around here, help me pay some of the bills related to the channel. So I will have that linked in the description. I had to change gears today for my outfit. I was going to wear this orange dress with really, really big sleeves on it. I've worn it before, but I woke up this morning and it was like 40 degrees. And I was like, oh no, ma'am. Absolutely not. We're not doing this. So I had to change it up really quick. I'm still in the color theme that I was going to originally do. And then I just paired it with this little denim dress. It's got, you know, this little crisscross detail on the side. So that's fun. But yet, like, listen, these women are not even on theme for their own reunion. So I had to kind of deviate from the original plan. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this part 3. We're going to start with the fight backstage with Simone and Quad. Maybe I misunderstood something that Simone said last week. She felt as though Quad's karma was them hanging out with Greg. So Toya and Mimi are consoling Quad behind the scenes, but I just feel like it's still rotten of you to tell somebody we're going to hang out with your abuser and that's your karma. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, for me, I'm trying to put myself in the situation, right? And some man puts his hands on me, and then somebody that I consider myself friends with, they go and hang out with him and tell me that that's my karma. It's like, girl, you. We have the ladies escorting Simone out of the room. It just was a really ugly scene. I hated to see that. We have the ladies escorting Simone out of the room, and the ladies being Sweet Tea and Jackie, that is. So T starts to give her opinion as soon as she walks in. Like, as soon as she gets in the room, she starts giving her opinion. And Jackie immediately removes her. She's like, please go, go, go. And even though I don't really care for Dr. Jackie, I did love that she told Sweet Tea, get out, please go, just go. Because, girl, there's nothing that you can say in this situation that's going to make the situation better. It feels like you're just trying to instigate behind the scenes and amp Simone up. And I think Jackie knew that ultimately that was not going to be helpful. So go somewhere, please. Nobody asked you for this. My issue with Simone is you always want to bring up Sister Circle and how she never reached out to you for this and that. But you were sitting up at the table with Contessa a few years ago insinuating that she's a hoe and that she slept with her contractor to get her house done. So as far as I'm concerned, y'all should be even. Y'all should be even, right? She gave you her ass to kiss. You implied that she was a hoe. Are y'all not even? So how are we back at the starting point of, oh, Quad, you did things too in between that time, Simone. But I see that nobody is calling that out. Nobody holds Simone accountable. Nobody checks Simone for her bullshit. But she always want to check somebody else. Simone be pissing me off, y'all. And again, she used to be my favorite. Simone legitimately used to be one of my favorites on this show. Her and Quad. It was always between them two. I don't want to talk about Greg and King again and this foolishness on the beach. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of talking about it. I already talked about it at length, ad nauseum. Like, I'm done. The interesting thing, though, about this is that none of the men are on Gregory's side. I did like that King said that the same aggression that you have shown Quad previously is what we see you showing Letitia. No lies told. Greg didn't even have anything to say in response to that. Did y'all peep that? Unless production cut it out. So Greg needs somebody to explain to him why he should be apologizing to Quad. Then Eugene steps in to say, there is something about being a man that should suggest you should take the higher road. I said, child, not a lesson in masculinity and manhood. That was a read, Greg. So then the ladies come back out and they join the men. When everybody came back out, why did Andy say that this is a celebration of heterosexuality? Did y'all see how everybody kind of laughed nervously and you can tell everybody was uncomfortable? Even Toya had to step in and say, why don't we just call it love? Andy, that was weird. You're weird. You're a weirdo. Quad is asking Simone to clarify her statement about karma, and Simone is still going on about, oh, you didn't tell us what was going on in your life. Why do you feel entitled to this woman's business when you already said y'all wasn't messing with her like that? You had just kicked her off the Napa trip. You led the charge and you still felt entitled to her business? I'm trying to imagine me getting kicked out of somewhere and then me running to open up my phone and text somebody, oh, I got a new man, girl. Baby, I barely tell people that I'm close with everything that is going on with me, because sometimes if it's a brand new plan, something that isn't fully hatched or, you know, fully thought out, or if it has not come to fruition, I just feel like, not that everybody has evil intentions, but I just feel like sometimes too much energy on something new, something that you're working on, something that has not fully come into fruition, it can hinder things. And I'm not saying that everybody is evil. Everybody has evil eye, or I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some things are supposed to be between you, God, and spirit. Period. You're not entitled to her business just because you want to know. I said this before and I'll say it again. Simone strikes me as the type who wants to know your business so she can sit up and talk shit. She don't want to know your business because she cares about you, because she's a friend, because, you know, I've shared so much with you in exchange and I want the same in return. No. She wants to know your business so she can talk greasy. Simone, you're not low. Andy is asking Gregory, do you have anything you want to say to Quad? He says, that's not my typical response. I will apologize for that. It seems to me, though, that this is your typical response, right? And I always watch for the words and the language that people say, because I apologize is not the same thing as being sorry. I apologize and I'm sorry are two completely different things. But hey, this is typical behavior of Greg. For him to say, that's not me, this is you. We have watched you on TV act this way with Quad, and we've seen you do it a few episodes back with Letitia, your current wife. So, what are we saying here? As Quad is speaking on how she feels, Gregory is rolling his eyes. So you can tell that he only apologized because Eugene questioned his manhood on the stage, on camera. Hello? Sweet Tea is saying, just don't talk about my husband, but your husband made up a whole song about her and still talks about her. You talk about her on your YouTube channel. So you can talk about whoever you want. Your husband can talk about whoever he wants, but nobody can talk about y'all? Girl. Damon speaks up about aggression and masculinity and how nobody will accept anybody talking to their woman crazy. Gregory says that he felt insulted. We're not going to go through this again because I already shared my thoughts and my feelings on how that argument started. They said that they have sex 15 times a week. Sweet Tea says that that's a lie, and Quad got activated. So Sweet Tea started that argument, because why are you speaking on these people's sex life? How do you know what is the truth? Are you in their bedroom? Are you peeping through their windows with binoculars? No. Or I don't know. I don't know. Because you be wearing that lady's clothes. You named your business after her. You moved into her house. So it gives a little bit of single white female. So we don't really know what's going on with you in all actuality. Okay? Hello? Gregory said, I never got a dime in that divorce, and I could have came after you. And this should let y'all know what type of bitch nigga Gregory is. You as a man of status, right? You're going to sit up here and say, I could have came after you? Why would you go after a woman's money?
You go get a damn job.
Yeah.
Why would you go after a woman's money as a man? Now, I'm questioning your manhood. Just like Eugene. Why would you say that? Why do you think it's cute to say? This man is a dirtbag and a bum and a derelict and a scoundrel. Because what man with pride would actually sit up there and say, I could have came after your money? Remember the days when men used to work 2 and 3 jobs to support their family? What happened to that? Bring our men back.
Bring our men back! Bring our men back! Oh!
I do want to say this though. When Quad was tipsy and she was making that comment about how she's throwing a baby shower, and Quad, girl, you know you wasn't throwing no baby shower. You should have just owned up to, in this moment, it was a dig. Because you weren't trying to be the bigger person and say, oh, I'm going to throw the baby shower. It was said in jest, because Toya said, oh, Quad, you should throw the baby shower. And then you took it and you ran with it. And you're like, well, I'm going to throw the baby shower. And I'm going to throw it in a circle. You were taking a dig. You were. And that's fine. But I just need you to own it. This conversation about the way Greg speaks to Sweet Tea, he says, those things I said were in the heat of the moment and I didn't mean them. Sweet Tea is saying, y'all just got the real. We just got the real. Here comes the trash again. Always on time for this Married to Medicine review. Always. Sweet Tea said, y'all just got the real. Again, I don't like to call people stupid, but you always tempt me. King says that that's not normal behavior. Sweet Tea says, King, that's not for you to comment on. So you thought that it was okay to comment on their sex life? So you can speak on their relationship and what's going on with them, but they can't speak on you? King can't speak on you? Greg says, we're still learning each other. You can learn somebody with kindness. There is a such thing as kindness in conflict. Y'all are so used to dysfunction and discord and dysregulated nervous systems that you think that talking to somebody crazy is getting to know them and getting to learn them. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm in a space where you can't raise your voice at me. You can't talk to me greasy. You cannot cuss me out. You cannot name call. There are just certain things that are below the belt when it comes to arguing. Now, you would think that a psychiatrist would be equipped with the tools to know how to handle conflict with a person, especially their spouse. But this is the man that Sweet Tea wants to have a baby with. This is the man that Sweet Tea jumped into his DMs as a stranger and offered her womb to this man. The man that was pulling TVs down off the wall. The man that got into a car with Quad, stepped on the gas and said, I'll kill us both. The man who dragged her down the steps. We're still learning each other. Listen, good luck to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Have so much fun. Next thing, oh, by the way, Sweet Tea, I saw when you had Simone on your YouTube channel and you were sitting up there with your dunce cap talking about how you know that Gregory is not going to help with the kids or with the child. You just want him to be present. If he's not helping, that means he's not present.
Gregory, you do not help with that
Y'all
damn
would
dog.
let him be gone. Okay, so I'm glad you said that he would not help with the dog.
He did
Because
some
do you
parts.
think he's going to help with the baby?
See, I've already accepted that I'm going to be doing most of the work.
Well, I don't know that you accepted it because just a minute ago you said he's busy.
Yeah, but I
So what does
can't
that
move.
have to do with you?
I can't move forward
After
with
he
him.
puts the sperm in the cup, what does that have to do with you?
He still got to do some work.
Like
I ain't
what?
doing everything.
No, you
I want
said
him-
I've accepted.
I accepted,
Tell
yes,
the
I'll be
truth.
majority because he'll be working. But at the same time, I do expect him to do something.
Like what?
Be present.
Oh my God.
To be present.
This is
He
so
can't-
unrealistic.
Are you good? Are you okay? Sweet Tea on her channel said that she doesn't mind being a married single mother. She didn't literally say that, but that's the gist of what I got. She wants to be a married single mother, y'all. And this is who y'all go up for. Y'all going up for Sweet Tea. I've been to her comment section talking about, y'all are talking about, oh, I hope that you work it out with Gregory. Y'all are such a good couple. That's how I know a lot of you women are violent, and how I know a lot of you women ain't shit either. Because y'all are encouraging her to stay in a clearly abusive relationship. And listen, I knew that the pick-me epidemic was real. I know that y'all are out there. But the way y'all are going down in Sweet Tea's comments in droves, encouraging her to stay with an abusive man, a known abuser. Sometimes I really question, like, what is this world I'm living in? Like, I just, sometimes I really do feel like I am in the Twilight Zone. Next thing you know, we have Andy saying the floor is yours to Gregory. He puts on this Kango. Now, the Kango looks like, you know how like sometimes you can go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's and they have like those hats, right? It'll be like caps or cowboy hats or like some style of hat where you can take it home and add your own customization to it. You can write on it. You can paint on it. You can add stickers to it. It looked like one of those, right? So he puts on a Kango hat. He turns it backwards. It's one of the Hobby Lobby ones though, and it has marker written on the front or on the back. I'm free. Set me free. I want to be free from the bullshit. I want to get on with my life now. I got a brand new way now. I'm going to get on with my life now. You want to be set free, but you came back to the show where your ex-wife is a recurring cast member, but you want to be set free. It seems to me as though you already set yourself free, but you wanted to come back because you wanted to involve yourself. You wanted to intertwine yourself into Quad's life, into her story once again. So you didn't want to be free. Sweet Tea is sitting there looking goofy, bobbing and clapping, and she's really getting into it. And she's like, encouraging her man. Y'all hear the trash? Always with the trash when I'm recording for Married to Medicine. Sweet Tea's sitting there goofy as hell, bopping and clapping while her current husband is singing a song that he wrote about his ex-wife. Sure, you know, it's your life. My favorite part is that everybody was dragging him about that performance. Nobody really held back on their opinion. Everybody was like, oh God, oh brother, when will it end? And I'm looking at Gregory's face and I think he's taking it in like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I don't like it when the men get up and perform. Like, I don't want to see Scott, aka Toucan Sam, rapping. I don't want to hear Gregory, set me free. I don't want to hear that. Then we see Eugene and Damon backstage, and Eugene is telling Damon that certain words are triggering. Eugene, shut up. He was referring to when Damon called Gregory a coward. What about when you talked about his manhood and masculinity? He's saying that somebody might have wanted to jump on you and fight you. Eugene, go sit your ass down. Go sit your ass down, please. Beyond that, y'all, I really don't have any other notes. That's all she wrote. That's all I have, y'all. I don't even know how they're gonna go forward with the next season. I feel like y'all can get rid of Contessa, get rid of Simone, get rid of Jackie, get rid of Sweet Tea. Bring back Toya, Heavenly, Quad, Mimi, and then bring us some new blood. I think maybe that could help. I really don't know what else to suggest here. A few new castmates in medicine, maybe bring in some nurses, some, I don't know, an HIM director, an EMT, you know, people from different facets of, you know, the medical community. I think that that could really be cool. But y'all, I'm so irritated with this cast. I felt like the season was lackluster. I felt like most of the conversation centered around Quad, King, Gregory, and Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea is not good TV. Gregory is irritating and he is abusive. I read y'all a couple of weeks ago that his own patients in their reviews online said that he belongs in a cage. Just glad it's over. I'm happy to be free.
I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. No longer bound. No more chains holding me. My soul is resting. It's just a blessing. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I am free. Yes.
I'm trying to think of what else I can say here. What else can I say? I ain't got shit else. Anyway, y'all, those are my thoughts. Go ahead and get down in the comments with me. You already know I want to hear from you. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting. And I will see y'all for the next one. Peace.
Come on. It's me, Al Grande, or call me Papi Chulito. Yo tengo mucho loving for you mommies if you legal. For honeys, nothing equal to the way I tap that spot. Get your cat hot, guess what? You hit the jackpot. Candlelight dinners for you winners. See, I'm like Don Juan, beat me, sweetie. I get in ya. Sugar, I'ma put you in a beautiful